Game 5 of the series. The champs push it to a Game 6 Friday night at Crypto.com. Lakers head home with a 3-2 series lead.
It's the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Big is back. It's bigger. It's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker only at PizzaHut.com.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
It's the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
121 to 106, the final score. The Golden State Warriors grab Game 5, so there is a Game 6 coming up on Friday night. Lakers will be here at Crypto, 7 o'clock tip-off. Pregame show will start at 5:30. Nothing really played out to me that was shocking. I thought it was important for the Lakers just to kind of try to stay in this game. And by the time the second quarter ended, right before the half, Phoenix went on a run, and they took an 11-point lead, and they pretty much had that lead or more the rest of the way. Lakers found a way to cut it down to 9 later on, but at some point the Golden State Warriors got it all the way up to 18. Lakers only had a 3-point lead, and that was the biggest lead that they would have. The Warriors are not going to – if you thought the Golden State Warriors were just going to fold – I don't think that was going to happen. I think this is what makes it so difficult to take out a team. I mean, Game 5 was a good example last series, and that was the Memphis Grizzlies, who don't have the experience and don't have that championship pedigree. Imagine taking out the Golden State Warriors. Now, Lakers will obviously have a great opportunity. I think this is all that you can ask for. You have home court in Game 6 to try to shut this series down. I'm going to throw out the phone number, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Need a break from the everyday? Well, fans, it might be your lucky day because tonight, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2-night stay plus dinner and golf or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at FantasySpringsResort.com. As far as the Anthony Davis situation, that's really going to probably take most of the storyline tonight, I'm sure tomorrow, and we'll try to get the latest here. Here's Lakers head coach Darvin Ham.
Hey, Darvin, what do you know about Anthony Davis at this point?
Yeah, obviously everyone saw he took a shot to the head, but I just checked in on him. Seems to be doing really good already. So that's just where it's at. That's the status of it right now.
Do you know any next steps in terms of him talking to doctors?
We just got done with the game, Mike.
Darvin, so setting AD aside then, what did you think the difference was as starting on that kind of the end of the second quarter, Golden State extends the lead, and then start of the third, they push it further?
I mean, obviously, they're a prideful group. Salute to them, taking care of business on their own floor. That's just how the playoffs go. They came out, they had the crowd behind them. They was able to see some shots go in early. Really got it going early from the three-point line. But, it is what it is. We just got to come out ready to do the same on our home floor. I mean, we defended better in the second half. They had 11 threes at halftime, ended up with 13 for the game. I just thought early on we had too many turnovers, gave them some gimmies, some offensive rebounds that turned into points for them. Turnovers turned into points for them. Just got to do a better job of taking care of the ball and then, again, continue to get hits on offense in terms of setting screens and playing downhill and being ready to make a quick decision on catch.
Darvin, you guys shot only 15 free throws tonight. Why do you think that was? Was that an aggression factor for you guys, or was there other things that you saw?
I mean, we played the same way we always play. I don't know. I don't know what's a foul anymore.
The narrative over the past 48 hours out of Golden State was that you guys embellish and flop. Do you think that impacted at all the way this game was officiated tonight?
No, we play a physical brand of basketball. We don't teach flopping. We don't teach head snaps. I mean, you see Bron, he's got 1,000 scratches on his arms. Same with AD, same with Austin Reaves, same with Lonnie Walker. I don't know, it's unfortunate that it comes to that, but we hadn't done it all year, and we're damn sure not going to start now. Looking for a third party to dive in and help us. We're just going to coach our team. We're just going to play the way we play, that physical, forceful brand of basketball, and just let the chips fall where they may.
Darvin, I know that game just ended, but what's key in this next 24, 48 hours to hit reset so you can get back in the home court and do what you've done 8 straight home games?
The recovery game. We'll go back, dissect the film, see, areas where we can get better, and go from there. But the biggest thing for us is recovery. Getting ourselves packed up, getting on a plane, getting back to L.A., and start to fill our cup up for Friday night.
Draymond scored 20 tonight, which he almost never does.
Is there something going on with the mic? I can't hear. I barely can hear anyone.
Yeah, the mics have been kind of weird. Draymond scored 20 tonight. He almost never scores 20. What did you see? Why did you think he was able to kind of get loose offensively?
He came out aggressive, and there's going to be opportunities for him the way we've been defending him, and tonight he made shots.
All right, that's Darvin Ham right there. Final score tonight, 121-106. Phone number is 877-710-ESPN. When we come back, we'll get a chance to hear from Austin Reaves. We'll take some of your phone calls. I want to play some of the Steph Curry interview as well following the game, kind of get a perspective on the other side of what the Warriors were able to do against the Lakers. We'll do all that coming up next. Stay right here. Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Presented by Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker only at pizzahut.com.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
All right, Points in the Paint all season long is sponsored by Vista Paint. Right now, local residents can take 40% off on Factory Direct. High-quality Vista Paint products. A Vista Paint team member will show you how. Locally owned, manufactured, and operated since 1956. Visit vistapaint.com and start saving. Appreciate everybody taking some time to listen to the postgame show tonight. Whether you're listening in your car or on the ESPN app or on all our streaming services, so we appreciate that. Let's take a couple quick phone calls here, and then we're going to go to Austin Reaves. Let's go to Kevin in the LBC. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Doing good, bud. What'd you think? What'd you think tonight?
We gotta control the paint a little more. I think everybody knows, for the longest time, Warriors are a 3-point shooting team. They're more than likely going to beat you from deep, but if you're letting them beat you inside too, then it's just almost an unwinnable matchup. Let's hopefully Game 6, praying AD's healthy if he is, but if not, we just got to keep going. But we got to control the paint. We're better than them at that, and we know that.
Points in the paint was 52-50, so you could keep that one in mind. I will say this, and that was in favor of the Lakers. I thought Golden State. I get the taking threes, but to me, I haven't watched much of the Warriors all year, just kind of watching when they played the Lakers. The amount of threes that they take, they actually took a step back tonight. They only took 35. That's only 8 more than the Lakers. They hit 3 more than the Lakers. And I think that seemed to be a smarter strategy for them, where Wiggins is getting some buckets inside the paint. Gary Payton II is, constantly cutting and slashing. Draymond did most of his damage around the basket. I think if the Lakers, the way they play defense and their length, when the Warriors take a ton of threes, and it's not like they're shooting at an unbelievable percentage. Both teams actually shot 37%, so Lakers played with them as far as that goes. I do think there are times where when they depend too much on the three, I think that's of benefit to the Lakers. Tonight, I didn't think they did that. Solomon in Lake Balboa. What's going on, Solomon?
Yeah, hey, Alan. I've been trying to get in all day, and I finally got into you after the fact. I was trying to tell my fellow Laker fans, don't count your chickens. Series is not over. Lakers barely won Game 4. Golden State hits a couple more threes, and they're going back home 2-2. They got their game. They got their game tonight, which was expected. They know that they could win Game 6 in L.A. They know that. They came very close. If they do, and you're doing Game 7 back up north, all bets are off.
Solomon, I appreciate you calling in. So I get that. I understand that. I know people are saying that. I'm going to go back to what I said when we started the postgame show. The whole goal of when you don't have home court advantage is to steal home court advantage back. Lakers have it here. It will be here at Crypto for Game 6. I don't want to overreact to Game 5. I just don't. I think that if the Lakers would have won up in San Francisco tonight and won 2 road games there and basically potentially ended the dynasty of the Golden State Warriors, and they did that in San Francisco, that's incredibly impressive. I think what played out tonight, one team who, by the way, has championship pedigree all over it, has a ton of experience, has superstars, been around the league for a long time. They're not going to go out easy. Of course they're not. And I'm not telling you that Game 6 is a walk in the park. Lakers are going to have to go play a good 48-minute game to beat the Warriors. You're right. Some of these games have been close. The Lakers won them. Some of these games have been blowouts. Lakers got one, and the Golden State Warriors have 2 in that fashion. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I just think you can't ask for a better situation if you're the Lakers. I think they've been the better team. I still think they're going to win the series, but I'm also not shocked that they lost Game 5. Kimberly in Atlanta, Georgia. Kimberly, appreciate you calling all the way out in Atlanta.
Hi, yes. I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of LeBron James, but I just felt like tonight he did not play any defense. Even in the start of the game, he was just standing under the paint. People were blowing by him, and I just feel like we're not going to win if he's not playing defense and the team is not playing defense. I feel like if you're running in the stands the last game and playing on defense like that, you need to continue that and close out this game. We can't go in here thinking that we just have control of the series. We got to continue to play defense. And I felt like LeBron wasn't playing defense tonight, and I was a little.
I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for calling in. Well, I'll tell you one thing on the defensive side. Gave up 98 points in Game 3, 101 points in Game 4. Tonight it was 121 points, and the Warriors, for the most part, kind of got the looks they were looking for, and they played well. Golden State played well. That's the best way that I can put it. All right, let's take a listen. Here's Austin Reaves on the Lakers' loss.
Yeah, Austin, Darvin said there wasn't that much to report about AD at this point, but he said when he went in there, he seemed like he was doing better so far. Just what's your level of concern for a teammate kind of taking a blow like that?
I mean, obviously, you never want to see a teammate get hit, but like Darv said, seen him in the locker room, and he's doing better.
Obviously, he's key to everything that you guys do. This game and then kind of leading into the next game, what are the things that you as a team have to try to do now that you're going back for Game 6?
We'll go back and watch film. Obviously they're the defending champs for a reason, and they come out, and I think started the first quarter and the third quarter they just played harder than us, and that was the main thing. But like I said, we'll go watch film tomorrow and get better and lock in for Game 6.
Austin, what have you guys learned throughout these playoffs so far about processing a loss and then coming in fresh for the next game?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like every other loss. You never want to have two in a row. Like I said, they're the defending champs for a reason. Obviously, a really good team. They're never going to just fold, give you what you want. But there's a lot of things that we can do better. And like I said, we'll go watch film and figure those things out. And then, at the least, we're going to come out with a lot more firepower, a lot more energy than what we have.
Austin, in the first quarter of Game 4, and then it seemed like most of this until AD got the shot to the head, they were able to kind of pull him away from the rim and keep him more on the perimeter. How were they able to do that, and how can you guys kind of counter that?
Like I've said a couple times, it's a chess piece at this point. Like it's a chess match. They got a really good coach. We got a really good coach. We're going, they're going back and forth with schemes and stuff like that. I don't know the answer to that. I haven't, watched, the game yet. But anytime we can have AD, back line of defense, is a lot better for us than him being on the perimeter, just because he can alter so many shots. But the fix for that, I don't know yet. But I'm sure the coaching staff, everybody on the team is, looking for ways for us to be better.
All right, that's Austin Reaves right there. I want to also look at it from a little bit different of a perspective. Steph Curry was interviewed right after the game on TNT. Let's take a listen to Steph and see what was working for the Golden State Warriors tonight. And, again, just try to get a different perspective. Here's Steph.
We've got Stephen Curry with the headset on. Steph, thanks a lot for taking a few minutes. So we were talking before the game saying, look, that Sacramento Game 7, elimination game, you went off for 50. What were you going to have to do tonight? Were you going to have another night like that? But then you get Wiggins going big. You got Draymond going big. What can you say about what they were able to do tonight?
They were awesome. I mean, all the way up and down the roster, their contributions. Draymond, when he's aggressive, especially the way that they're defending our perimeter guys, it gives us a whole nother element. Him putting pressure on the rim, and we can pull AD away from the rim, and just give him a different look. So we love aggressive Wiggs. He was that all playoff run last year, and he showed signs of it. And tonight was the Wiggs that we want to see every night. So, like we said, coming into this game, we just wanted to win one, give ourselves a chance, knowing that we have a big Game 6 down in LA, and we obviously need that one to stay alive.
I would like to hear your thought process on this. Game 5 is out the way. Game 6, do you talk about winning Game 6 and get back to Game 7, or do you just focus on Game 6?
No, just Game 6 and thinking about what happened in Game 3 and 4 down there. There was a lot of good that we could take away from those games playing on the road. It's just the mentality of taking hold of momentum and not giving them any life. There was a moment in the second quarter of Game 3, and then the first 3-4 minutes of Game 4 of the fourth quarter, where we just let go of the rope a little bit and gave them life, and they took advantage of it. So if we can get out to a good start, and then take care of those margin plays, a couple turnovers, offensive rebounds, whatever it is, I think we'll be in great shape and give ourselves a chance to come out with a win on the road.
All right, that's Steph Curry with the TNT crew right there. We come back. We'll take more of your phone calls, get a chance to hear from more of the players. Stay right here. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 7.
It's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
You're listening to the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line. The Los Angeles Lakers on 710 ESPN.
Presented by Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal.
Big New Yorker only at pizzahut.com.
Once again,
here's Alan Sliwa.
All right, 121 to 106, the final score. Lakers lose to the Golden State Warriors. Still up in the series, 3-2. A good tweet here from Chris Haynes. Early diagnosis indicates Anthony Davis now appears to have avoided a concussion and is doing much better. League sources tell. TNT, Bleacher Report. So there's some additional information there. Obviously, AD left the game with a head injury, did not finish probably the final 6-7 minutes of the game. And like I said, Chris Haynes is reporting that he's doing much better. What you wanted to, of course, avoid, and for AD's health and everything else, that if you get in that concussion protocol or that's an issue, it's not a lock that he would play on Friday, and just that could take some time to get over. So that's at least a good early indication. If we get more information, we'll pass it on. Let's take a quick listen. Here is D'Angelo Russell on the Lakers' loss to the Golden State Warriors.
About 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. They were able to create some separation. What kind of changed as they carried that momentum to the second?
I wish I knew, honestly. Would love to check the film.
kind of get a better view on it before I just say something. So I mean, they protect their home court. Give them their credit for that.
Throughout the course of the series, obviously you guys are 5 games in. What's the key to kind of winning the little battles throughout the course of a game to ultimately make that difference?
Just being focused. I think as a group, just being focused. Can't have one guy not locked in or two. It kind of it's like a trickle down effect. So you try to come with that aggression as a unit, offensively and defensively. I think it'll take care of the small things.
D'Angelo, you guys were in a very similar situation last series, different series, but winning in 6 games. What do you take out of that needs to be applied Friday night?
One game at a time, honestly. Try to lose yourself in the focus. Try not to really get caught up in all the other stuff going into it. Just lose yourself in the focus and you look up, and we'll get that one game that we need.
It was still like a 9-point game when you hit a shot late, and then AD gets hit in the head. Did that take some emotional out of this team? Some emotion out of this team?
I mean, they came down. It was playing 5-on-4, so we was just trying to figure out a way to get a stop and deal with, what was going on after that.
I'm sure you guys believe if AD can't play Friday night that you can still win. If he can't play Friday night, how do you make that win without him?
Well, we won't know until we know, what's for sure and what's not.
Obviously, you know how important it is to take care of the basketball, especially in this series. Tonight, what was the difference there?
Just killed us. Turnovers, they scored. He came down and got threes out of it. It's different if they're coming down and they're getting 2s, but they were getting 3s. So, obviously, that's a big point of emphasis that won't, allow us to get a win. For sure. Can't get a win against these guys like that. So.
All right, that's D'Angelo Russell right there. Take a couple phone calls here, and then we got LeBron James coming up next. Let's go to John in Temecula. John, appreciate you calling in.
What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight?
Good, man. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, man. Lakers got to come out to close it out Game 6. But I know Golden State's going to come out firing in Game 6 as well, man. It's going to be a crazy Game 6. We got to come out with energy and effort and just close this defending champs up, man. It's not going to be easy, but I got my Lakers in 6.
Yeah, listen, and I agree. I don't think it's going to be easy. But I like the way and I appreciate you calling in. I love the way the Lakers have played at home. There obviously is going to be a fantastic energy on a Friday night with the Lakers and the Warriors going at it, a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals for the Lakers. I know people are trying to avoid Game 7, but I don't know why everybody's skipping Game 6 as if there isn't a Game 6 to be played. If they'd have won Game 5 tonight, it would have been incredibly impressive. All right, you got a home game, Game 6, in front of your home crowd. You've been fantastic at home, and you're going up against the defending champs. I don't know if you could ask for a better picture, a better scenario. All right, let's take a quick listen here to LeBron James. Here's LBJ.
After he took that shot.
I didn't see the shot. I just seen the aftermath, but medical team seems to say he's doing better, so that's what matters the most.
How much of a part of that is do you figure now as you get back for Game 6, a situation you've been in before, maybe a little bit of uncertainty about AD, but how do you approach this as a leader going back in the plane?
We have another opportunity. Obviously, they played exceptionally well here tonight, and we had some good moments, but not as close to 48 minutes as we needed to be. But we had another opportunity on Friday, and we look forward to the matchup again.
LeBron, it was a tied game with about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and then we know this is a team that can go on runs. But was there anything, when you think back to late second quarter, early third, that you felt like on your end contributed, not your team's end, that contributed to that run?
We kind of made a run. We had an opportunity to, I missed an easy jump hook in the lane to kind of cut the lead to 3. 80 right after that. I missed a jump hook. He had an opportunity to have a tip dunk, missed it. We blew a coverage. Clay hit a 3 on their right wing, put him up 8. And then we came back down, missed again, and then Steph hit the big one at the end of the quarter. So we know that they're a team of runs, and you got to be able to match that. And they just kept it going in the third, obviously.
LeBron, I have 2 for you. The conversation in the last 48 hours has been, from the Warriors' standpoint, has been gamesmanship on your team and flopping. Do you feel like that affected anything in terms of the way the game was dealt with tonight on the court?
I just know that we, our coaching staff and us players, we don't work on flopping. That's not even a part of our game. Our game is to attack the paint. We don't mind physical contact. We actually like the contact, and we don't shy away from it. So we're just not a team that goes out there and looking for flopping opportunities. That's just not us. It's actually never been any team that I've played on in my 20 years where we've been a flopping team. But it is what it is. They have the right to say what they want to say, but the game is always won in between the four lines, and we got to be better on Friday, for sure.
Earlier today, you were named to the All-NBA third team. I think this is 19 straight years for you. Knowing what you've done and dealt with physically and stuff like that, how does this one hit differently in year 20?
I guess you don't take those moments for granted when you get an opportunity to be recognized as one of the best players still in the league, and have one of the best seasons, and make an All-NBA team. I don't take my, anything that I'll be able to accomplish for granted, and I'm always appreciative for to be a part of any selection. In this league, so many great players, so many great teams, and a lot of guys this year had some really good seasons, great seasons, and to be a part of that class of 15 guys. When I seen the list, it's still pretty cool. Even at my age and where I'm at right now in year 20, don't take it for granted. Obviously I got bigger fish to fry, but in those small moments, those small wins right there, is all part of it's all part of the journey, all part of the legacy, as far as what I do on the floor, in this league. So that's pretty cool.
LeBron, there you go. Thank you. In your career, you played in plenty of Game 6s where you have a chance to clinch. You also just had that last series. Is there something that you think this team this year needs to focus on Friday in comparison to the past?
No, I mean, every moment is his own challenge and is his own game and is his own, opportunity to see what you're made of. And we can't base last series onto this series. This series is different. The opponent is different. The challenges is different. So, Friday is an opportunity for us to see who we are, to see what we're made of, and to go out there with the grit and the fight that we've had since we came together after the All-Star break. Very resilient team, and we respond well to adversity, and we look forward to that. To get an opportunity to play again on Friday.
LeBron, you guys are 6-0 between the playing around, first round through the Warriors series at Crypto.com this postseason. I want to know if you have any message for Laker fans planning to come to the game on Friday.
Well, we didn't handle our business tonight, so, I look forward to seeing our fans, for another game in the second round. But, those 6 games are out the window. It's over and done with. So, our job is to try to be 1-0 on Friday, and look forward, to that opportunity.
Last question, Jovan.
LeBron, last Game 6 you guys played, you said you guys approached it like Game 7 mentality, didn't want to go back to Memphis for Game 7. Is that, assume the same approach going to this one?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Appreciate it.
That's LeBron James right there, Spectrum Sportsnet. So LeBron, just kind of listening to him, you could tell by his mood. All right, they got some work to do, obviously, in Game 6. And there's certainly going to be a challenge. It's the Golden State Warriors. I think that challenge is something that the Lakers are obviously accepting. Again, I'm going to read off this tweet from Chris Haynes. Early diagnosis indicates Anthony Davis appears to have avoided a concussion and is doing much better now. League sources tell TNT and Bleacher Report. So keep that in mind. Ken in Newport Beach. Ken, what's going on? Thank you very much for calling in.
Hey, Alan. Well, I agreed with you that this was going to be a tough game to win. I figured it was going to be a loss. But you had an interesting caller from Atlanta. And when I played basketball in college, I had a similar injury to LeBron. I was okay often on offense because I would go in a straight line and take a shot. But on defense, if I had to turn or move quickly, I couldn't do it. And I ended up being out for the year. LeBron isn't telling us this, but you can see there's been 2 or 3 times where he's just fallen down for no reason. And on defense, yeah, they're going around him, but he's dealing with an injury that almost very few people would play with. And I think people, if they go back and rewatch the games like I do, you'll see that's where he's having his difficulty. And he's doing a heck of a job considering I couldn't play for an entire year when I had that injury.
Well, Ken, I appreciate you calling in. So, a couple things on Bron. I think those that are talking about his injury, talking about he must be tired at this point, 20th season, 275-plus playoff games, you're all right. Everybody who makes those points, they're fair points. And I think Bron is just trying to do everything he can to obviously help out the team and pace himself. And up to this point, he's done a pretty good job doing it. Numbers aren't perfect, but he's still doing everything he can. He's still giving a lot of confidence towards some of those role players, asking them to step up when he certainly can't go, and they've stepped up. One home game. Just got to win one home game. You're in the Western Conference Finals. Lakers have the opportunity on Friday. Draymond Green, obviously always behind a mic. I find him fascinating. I find him interesting. Here's Draymond Green's thoughts on the win over the Lakers. Take a listen.
Draymond Green now multiple 20-point games in the postseason. That's the first time he's done it since 2017. Here he is.
All right, we're going to actually we're going to come back to this here in just a second. We'll come to it in just a second. We're loading it up right now. So couple things here real quick. And Draymond was actually one of the players that I thought had an incredible impact on this game tonight. When's the last time you had Draymond Green? 7 of 11 from the field, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. He did a little bit of everything tonight. Andrew Wiggins had 25. I thought those two players were really kind of the difference of the game. Here's Draymond Green.
Win one game. We win one game. The whole tenor of the series switches. The pressure's on them then. They do not want to face us in Game 7. How have you been able to just basically every time you guys have been to the playoffs, you guys reach the finals. You've never lost to a Western Conference opponent. Mm-hmm. How have you been able to sort of channel that confidence and just have such a deep belief regardless of what you guys have faced?
Well, I think, number one, we have a coach who's one of the greatest winners in NBA history, and you lean on him in situations like this. His calmness, everyone feels that. And then it starts up top, right? Steph's calmness, and it goes on down the line. And I think for us, anytime it's kind of going astray, you just always lean back on what you know that works, on your foundation. And for us, it's just getting back to the basics, but most importantly, competing at the highest level that we can compete at. And, we trust and believe in ourselves. And as far as, win one, we did that. Now, going back home, they're going to give us the best shot they've given all series. And, when you go home, role players play better. Everyone plays better at home. So it's going to be us to go in kind of with the same mindset that we went into Game 4 with. But when we get the opportunity again that we had in Game 4, close the deal. We didn't close well at all in Game 4. And, it's on us to go and take the game. They're not going to give it to us. They're going to come out and play aggressive. They have great leaders over there and incredible winners. Their coach is a champion. LeBron's a champion. AD's a champion. They're not going to just fold, but it's going to be on us to go in there and take it.
Draymond, you came out just seeming like a little extra fiery today. You know that guys feed off that energy. Did you make a point to set a tone, or did you feel like that was on you to set a tone early, especially scoring?
I definitely wanted to come out and set a tone. Jacob Rubin told me before the game, you played well, but I still haven't felt your presence like I know you can feel, your presence should be felt. And, that's coming out aggressive, both ends of the floor. That's verbally, so everyone hears you on the floor. And, I felt a little disrespected when he said it. So, I knew it was on me to come out and, like you said, set the tone for our guys, come out aggressive. Season's on the line, back against the wall. You got to come out and give all that you got. And that was just my mindset coming into this game, and that'll be my mindset going into the next one.
All right, that's Draymond Green's perspective, and Draymond Green had a lot to do with why the Warriors won this game, 121-106. Let's do it all again on Friday. Lakers will be back at Crypto.com Arena. They'll have a chance to move on to the Western Conference Finals, and they'll have 20,000 Laker fans behind them. I think it should be a fun game. Anthony Davis did not speak to reporters following the game, so that's why you didn't hear anything from AD. So if there's any updates, I'm sure tomorrow we'll have all our shows going on starting at 6 a.m. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Myself and T-Raj will start at 10 a.m. Mason and Island, Sedano, and Cap. So you get a chance to hear all those shows tomorrow if anything breaks on the AD front. Thank you to Michael Funches. Thank you to Wilbert Flores, Laura Romo, Brian Cohen, and thank you to Josh Martinez on the social media side. Our next broadcast coming up this Friday, Game 6 from Crypto.com Arena, Lakers versus the Warriors. Local coverage begins at 5:30, tip-off set for 7 p.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Alan Sliwa. This has been the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
And the Warriors take Game 5 of the series. The champs push it to a Game 6 Friday night at Crypto.com. Lakers head home with a 3-2 series lead.
Lakers basketball on ESPN LA is sponsored by...
Driven by Subaru of Glendale, the #1 volume Subaru retailer in the USA. Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale and SubaruofGlendale.net. Delivered by Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker pizza has 6 extra-large slices, big enough to hold more cheese on a crispy, fluffy crust that you gotta fold just to eat. Pizza Hut. No one out.